Hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome back to Dawn Williams Tarot. My name is Dawn. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for finding your way to me. This message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in Taurus. So if you have those placements, this message is for you. Not all messages will resonate because this is a general reading. So if you would like to do a deeper dive into what's going on for you, what is some of your challenges or some of the things that you would like guidance on, you can find my details below, or you can go to dawnwilliamstarot.com and find out all my details there. So, Taurus, this is going to be a little bit different reading. I am recording this on January the 22nd, 2024. And it is a timeless message. This is not a traditional weekly update. This is a little bit of a deeper kind of a reading for you because I was in meditation this last week, and one of my downloads in that meditation was to start integrating a little bit more of a deeper kind of a communication between you and spirit. So this message is regarding, well, what I'm going to do is pull cards on assessing your awareness. And I've got four main themes here that we're going to pull cards on. And then I'm going to give you some clarifiers for those cards. And then at the very end, to tie up all those messages and to complete your reading, I will be pulling a single card from the Indigo Goddess Midnight Oracle for you. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get started. So what do our Tauruses need to know about what you know you need to work on? So the first section is what you know you need to work on. These are things that are in your awareness that you need to work on, move forward on your spiritual path. Okay? So as we're shuffling the deck, I'd like you to call in your higher self. And I'm going to call in the Prime Creator, the Supreme Being, God, but the bigger aspect of God that has created everything, right? Okay. So your first card is oh, come on now. This is the Eight of Swords. What's so funny is Gemini just got this card too. It's not surprising really, because there's a lot going on the planet. There's a lot going on in the collective. And so because this reading is really a deep dive into our spiritual awareness of things, you know, assessing your spiritual awareness. And that 8 does represent thoughts. I mean, I'll get to that in a second, but the collective is really struggling. They really are. And I think this is tying into that, okay? So let's look at the next one is what you know you are good at. This is what you know you're good at. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. I mean, 5 of Pentacles, sorry. Okay. Oh, yeah. And then these are our blockages. These are things that we are not aware of or that are hindering us from where we want to go, what we want to do, what we want to create. So these are things that are blocking us at this time. And that card is Knight of Pentacles. And then next is our subconscious mastery you are able to do without thinking. So this is your subconscious mastery. And when I got the wording for this, I was like, what does that mean really? Well, your subconscious, right? Your subconscious mastery. So your subconscious is your higher self. This is things that are coming through from the bigger part of you. These are things that you are just automatically able to do without thinking, and you're being recognized for, your gift of that, bringing that to your attention. So it's kind of like a thing that you're really good at that we just take for granted, right, Taurus? Because I'm a Taurus too. So of course I was really excited about getting to us so that I could figure out these messages for myself. I did not pull these. I didn't pull cards for myself before I did this because I figured, oh, well, I'll just wait and see what happens with the Taurus. And then of course afterwards, I'm going to pull them for myself. But right now, let's see what we need to know for Taurus. My beautiful Tauruses, I just love you guys. You guys are always so supportive. I love your comments. I think it's because we are kindred spirit that it works out this way. But okay, here we go. Subconscious mastery. Oh yeah. 8 of Pentacles. That makes sense to me. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. Now, the 7 of Cups is a card of being spoiled for choice. It is a card of needing to are building confidence or using our existing experience. And the cups are emotions, right? So let's see how that rolls out for us. Okay, so the first card was the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. Now, I want you to really look at her. She's got a blindfold on. She's all bound up. She's got all these swords around her, which, they're double-edged. So any movement that she makes, she could really get hurt. However, this is all self-imposed. That's the interesting thing about the 8 of Swords, is that it's our mind that is keeping us bound up. So what I feel, because this card has actually come up in a couple of other readings, is I really feel as though we're really pulling in the collective energy. We're working through that collective energy as a collective. And basically what this card is about is that there are so many things that are coming to surface, and many of us are becoming aware of these things, that we are feeling very confused. We're feeling confused. We're feeling as though we really don't want to look at it. We don't want to know. We don't want to know those things, right? We want to believe that our life is just a normal life, when in reality, we know it's not. When you look at these things at a higher level, you have to think about this. All that negativity, all the ugly stuff that's coming up for us to look at is really honestly because we are on an ascension path. Mother Earth is also ascending, and the energy is changing. This is also because in the grand scheme of life, the grand scheme of our universe, and the grand scheme of the multiverses, where our universe is in relation to the multiverses, in relation to the grand central sun, is that we are now getting a lot more energy from the grand central sun that is coming in, affecting our sun, which is why we're getting all these solar flares, is because the energy from the grand central sun is beaming that energy out into our sector of the universe and igniting, activating our sun. So our sun is getting stronger and it's getting brighter. And how you can verify that is, if you remember when you were a child and you would look up at the sun was yellow. I remember the sun being bright yellow. I mean, think about it. When you were a kid and you would draw a picture, the sun was yellow. But if you look up at the sun now, the sun is white. And it's because more energy is coming from the grand central sun. And what is happening as we're moving through this ascension process, this is a cycle, a grand cycle, that we are moving from the dark portion, or the quiet dark side of this cycle, and that cycle is now shifting into the light. And that allows all this dark stuff to come up for us to look at, because we got to heal all of that, right? We're working on healing all of that, owning it, healing it, doing what we need to do to clear that energy. So this is why a lot of people are really struggling, is because it's not only just your energy that you're trying to clear. You are doing this because we are master beings. We, as a spirit in a body, are quite powerful, more powerful than we have been led to believe. Okay, so this card to me represents that collective energy, that agreement that we've made to help release that. So let me grab a couple of more cards for us to see exactly what else we need to know. What do our beautiful Tauruses need to know about this Eight of Swords? We know we need to work on this because it's a collective agreement, right? We said we are here for a reason. I hope you believe that, because we definitely are. It is part of our purpose. So when you're saying, gosh, I don't know what my purpose is, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing as a spirit, this is it. And the way you can do that is by working on yourself. You have to clear all the stuff within yourself. Be the living example. Be the leader. Lead by example, right? Try to come from that heart space. And I know it's hard because there's so many things that want to keep us away from that space. But the more you can go in there, I did a 3-day spiritual retreat in my own home. But nonetheless, I did do it. And I did a fast for 3 days. And I did meditation, got really quiet, just had very peaceful, calm. And I got tons of downloads. And what I really felt as though my heart was activated. I did the Christ conscious activation is what I was working on. And really, I was guided that more of my readings are going to be more along these lines. Not that I'm not going to do the weekly updates, because I also know we need to recognize where we are to help navigate the week. But I'm also integrating a lot more of this spiritual type of information for us to look at for our highest and our best. Okay, so here we go. This is what is, oh, the Four of Wands. Woo! Okay, hang on. Okay, and then our next card is, oh, you guys, this is killer. I love being a Taurus. Okay, so we have all these thoughts, all this stuff. In this situation, this is the Four of Wands. Now, this is typically a card of celebrations, which I love that for this, because that means that once we recognize that part of our journey is to help clear all this dark stuff that's coming up for us to look at, we're going through this portal. This is like a gateway. This is very important. This is like a gateway for us, because once we go through the gateway, which I feel like we have, right? I do. I feel like we have gone through this gateway, and it's allowing us to master all of our gifts. Master everything that we came here to do, we're going to own. So we're going to be integrating all of those energies, all of those higher capabilities. Now, while I was doing these meditations, I had this really weird thing happen to me, and it was like on the second day, because I wasn't eating any food. I was drinking water, but I wasn't eating any food. And the funny thing was, through this whole 3 days, I did not have one pang of hunger at all. And I think it was because I had my mindset, right, that this is what I was going to do for my process. But one of the things that came through was that, and one of the things that happened was that my ears started ringing. Start off by the left ear, and then my right ear would join, and they'd both be ringing, and then the left ear would shut off, and the right ear would ring. And it was kind of really intense, and it was really causing kind of a headache kind of a thing going on. And the reason why was because all of the things like the pineal gland, the pituitary, they were all being activated. And it was a confirmation for me that I was actually doing the work. Of course, I didn't recognize that immediately. It wasn't until I was close to the end of this experience that the download came in and said, this is why this is happening, because you opened up this portal. You opened up this portal, you opened up this gateway, you opened up this place for you to walk through, and you are taking those steps up. I feel like this is exactly what each of us are doing. So be very patient with yourself. If you're feeling as though you're very confused as to what to do, Spirit is telling me, because other signs have gotten this card too. We are not the only ones. So this is telling me it's a collective thing. Spirit is saying, go within. You have to slow down. You have to go within. Even if it's just for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. You really need to go within and just calm yourself down and allow yourself to integrate the messages from your higher self, because your higher self wants to work with you, okay? And if you do that, you too will be activating all of your gifts. So it's beautiful. I love this. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is what we're good at. Now, typically, this is the 5 of Pentacles. And as you can see, this individual is outside of a chapel, actually. This is supposed to represent like a cathedral or a church or something. And these people are out in the cold, right? And so what I feel this card is representing for us is that no matter what, so 5s represent changes coming in, right? We're good at change. We're good at healing. Now, to me, this is like healing, because if you look, she's standing over this poor person right here, this guy right here, who has bandages on his head, all of that. Being a Taurus, being an earth sign, we are natural healers. We are the healers of the planet. We naturally use the energy of the planet to help us in our healing process. This is one of our beautiful gifts that we are good at, okay? So now let's pull some more cards so we can get a little bit more clarifiers as to what else Spirit wants us to know about that energy. Healing ourselves, healing others. I feel like we do that naturally. I feel like we just naturally give of ourselves. Now, the thing I will say is if you feel overwhelmed by that energy, it does require that you do some self-care. Really just give yourself some self-care, give yourself some self-love, whatever that represents to you. One of the things that I love to do, as I like to reset everything for my body, is I'll take a detox bath. So I'll put like magnesium flakes and a little bit of borax, which is, I know it sounds funny, but it actually does pull toxins out of your body. I also put Epsom salts. I'll put some essential oils in there just for the lovely, knowing that essential oils are a natural gift from Mother Earth, and they smell lovely. Okay, so what else are we good at? So whatever that means to you, whatever it is that brings you your peace, that's how you want to do a reset for yourself. So our first card is, ooh, Chariot. Okay, second card is, oh, the Hierophant. This is us. Ah, yay. Okay. Okay, so we are really good at healing. I've been a healer my whole life, and I've dedicated a lot part of my life to healing. I was a massage therapist. I'm a Reiki master teacher. Been a Reiki master teacher since 1996. So I do Reiki energy. I feel like a lot of us are just natural healers in our own way. Doesn't even mean that you have to take any kind of classes or anything like that. I just feel like that is one of our spiritual gifts. Now, the other thing that we're good at, and this is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot card is a really interesting card because the Chariot is a card of moving forward and progressing. But this guy, let me pull this closer so you can see him. He does have a crown on his head right here, right? And there is a city back here. This is where he grew up. This is where he lived. And he is leaving his home. He's leaving everything that he knows because he wants to go into the unknown. And he is being guided by the divine. You see the gold behind here in the background. Whenever you see gold in the tarot, gold in the tarot, gold in the tarot, it is a very positive energy. And then we have us. We represent this Hierophant. Now the Hierophant, the interesting thing about the Hierophant is the Hierophant energy. So this guy is blessing these people down here, right? A lot of times people look at, in the day, he was like a clergy or a priest or something like that, right? He was the middleman between the divine spiritual realms and the wherever we are. Where are we? The divine and then the physical. That's what I meant. Thank you. And we embrace this energy. And the reason I feel that way is because what this does represent is our own inner wisdom, pulling down our own inner wisdom from above. We are the masters. We are our own gurus. We access our own information and utilize that information. The other thing about him is he's also a teacher, and he teaches others how to pull in their mastery, right? This is what we are good at, Taurus. So if you recognize these things within yourself, pat yourself on the back. The reason why it's so important is because we are helping humanity. And what I have been teaching for a very long time is that all of your works that you do reverberate out from you. You are the living example. You are the living leader. So your leadership is by example. And I feel like, Taurus, that is our energy when we are in our highest vibration, because we can be real assholes when we are not in our highest vibration. Let's be real here. But if the intention of our work is to always try to be from that higher vibration, we are magicians. We have magic. We have the ability to be able to really make a powerful impact on the collective, right? And that's kind of what our true mission is. but it all starts within us. It's not out here, okay? It's not all that. It's all within us, okay? I am feeling so much love right now. I'm just beaming that love out to you, Taurus. Okay, next thing, what is blocking us? These are our blockages. These are things that are on our path that we need to kind of work through as well. But this is a block that may be coming from a higher level, and we'll get into more of what this is about. So the Knight of Pentacles, he is our slow moving knight. Knights are all about taking action, right? This knight doesn't really want to venture out. Now, knights in tarot are supposed to represent the doers of court. The king says, he declares, I want XYZ. And these guys go, yes, sir. It's kind of like the military, right? And they go out and perform those duties, whatever they are. Most of the knights are fast moving, and this is our slowest moving knight. He really just wants to protect his home. The pentacles in tarot represent our physical security, our careers, our health, and our possessions in our home. So let me get additional cards so we can figure out exactly what area that this blockage is in, okay? But it feels as though that we are plotters. And I can tell you, we're procrastinators, right? I will own that. I know have been many times in my life that I procrastinated. And that is a block, because where we are now in this evolution, in this 2024, at the beginning of this 2024, is we really need to start moving. We really need to make a commitment to this inner work, and owning our sovereignty, whatever that means for you, owning your sovereignty, not giving your power away to others. So can we have clarifiers, please, for this Knight of Pentacles? So far, this has been a great reading. You guys, I'm loving this, especially because we've got all these major arcanas coming in, supporting us. And those are supposed to represent our support from above. We are manifesting that as a collective. We're manifesting that as a collective Taurian group, right? This is all about our sign. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, the Empress. This is us. Man, we are really showing up here, because we've got the Hierophant, which is our energy, and then we've got the Empress, which is absolutely our energy. Okay, next card. Ah, the Wounded Warrior. Okay, so here we go. So these are the blockages. So this has to do with, you know, I really feel as though it's that some people are kind of still sitting on the fence, not making their decisions as to what they want to do. And it could be they feel paralyzed, because we got that this 8, right? A lot of this is kind of one of those paralysis analysis type of a thing. It's kind of like, oh, we really don't know which way to go, so we're just going to stay where we are, which keeps us stuck. And basically what this is saying is, what we need to do is we need to own our Empress energy. Now, for anybody here that is reading or watching this video, if you're a male, you have Empress energy too. And let me clarify that, because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. That is our makeup. That is the duality portion of being here, is working both of those energies within us. And this Empress is all about abundance. She owns her space. She's divine. She is sovereign. And look at her. She's got this little emblem right here, is a sigil, I guess they call it, represents Venus. And Venus is love. She embraces love and she owns that energy. And we are owning that energy too. Now, some of us may still be stuck going, oh, I don't know how to raise my vibration enough to really emulate or send out that energy to the world. But believe me, you are going to do so. Okay. Now, as this is kind of a block, what it's saying is some of us are feeling very tired because a lot of us have been awake for a long time. I am one of those. I've been awake since I was a child. I was psychic as a child. And I've been aware, not that I've been aware of all the dark stuff that's now coming up, but I knew that that energy was there. And I always chose to work in the light until I needed to work on my shadow. Once you work on your shadow, you recognize that you definitely don't want to be in that dark place. You want to be in the light. And that's kind of what this energy is. But the other thing is, even though that's what this card represents, this card also represents perseverance. And I've got to tell you, we do persevere. I don't know about you, but even if we are plodding along, which is what this is, we plod along. Even when we are plodding along, we are still committed to our work. We're still committed to our goal. And we will do this even to our own detriment, right? So this is really saying, you guys, do some self-care. It's really important. Clear your fields. Do whatever it takes to make you, to allow you to raise your vibration so that you can be at your optimal best. Because we're walking through that gateway, we are being blessed with our abilities. And you can do this. You absolutely can do this. Okay, this is exciting. Okay, so our last card is about our subconscious mastery of the things that we are able to do without thinking. And I was really happy to see this card because the Eight of Pentacles is focus. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering a skill. Now, this typically has to do with our work, career, whatever it is. However, in this situation, since this is more of a spiritual reading than a down-to-earth, day-to-day type of a reading, what this is saying is that when you really focus on your spiritual path and you make that your priority, that you are able to really master your gifts, right? This is such Taurus energy for me. This is the Eight of Pentacles. And Pentacles do represent the earth sign. So I feel like this is just saying you guys rock it, right? You guys are rock stars. Okay, can we have some clarifiers, please, for this Eight of Pentacles? So far, this has been such a nice reading. Thank you so much. I feel tears coming in, man. This is really rocking me. Yes, this is beautiful. Whew. Okay, this is the first. I don't cry in readings. This is God just saying, man, you guys rock it. Really. Own it, man. Own it. Own it. It's beautiful. It really is. Okay, here we go, Taurus. Okay, our first card is Five of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, so as I was saying, these are our subconscious mastery that we don't even have to think about, right? And we definitely do have intense focus when we put our mind to it. We get things done. This is kind of like the doer. once we have something in our mind that we want to complete, a lot of times we will just plow through and get it done, right? And then what is also accentuated here is this Five of Wands. Now, typically this card is a card of conflict. However, in this situation, this card is also a card of training. So to me, this is talking about our spiritual training. You know, we're committed to our spiritual training. We're committed to making that progress. And in whatever way that means to you, right? But I think that's beautiful. And then the last thing is we are really good at recognizing the gifts from God. This is a gift from God. And if you look at the card, you see the hand reaching out, and that hand reaching out, that is a gift from God. And the wand represents our inspirations, our creativity, our passion, our motivation, and our intuition. So basically what's happening here is that we automatically tap into that energy, but also this is saying that God is gifting us with additional deepened gifts. And as it is an opportunity, what do we need to do? We need to grab that opportunity and claim it for ourselves, okay? So I think this was a beautiful reading. I'm very happy with the outcome because, of course, it's my sign too. So I feel like I just read for myself. And I'm including all of you. Okay, so if you've made it to this far and you're new to my channel, I really would love for you to join our family. What I do with my subscribers, when I sit down to do my meditation prior to your readings, I pull in my Taurus family and I ask for blessings and I ask for the highest messages that will resonate with my subscribers, okay? So would you just like and subscribe? That'd be great. And if you're returning, please just click the like button because it really does help. So I got a new deck. I love this deck because I was drawn to it because of the color. And I knew it had messages in it, of course. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. And it's called the Indigo Goddess Midnight Oracle. And I'm going to show you the back of the card because this is the reason why I bought them, was because I absolutely love the back of the card. But now I'm finding that these cards came to me because these really resonate with me on a soul level. Okay, here we go. What do our Tauruses need to know? Please, as a final message. So, I'm going to show you the back of the card first. Isn't it pretty? Look at the colors. So the lotus flower, for a long time, it was a symbol for me because the lotus is talking about opening up spiritually. There's the thousand petal lotus, and it is traditionally a symbol that goes, way back. And I saw that and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a pretty card. And you're gonna really love the card we got. So the card we got, let me put my glasses on so I can read the words. It says, Taurus, you are independent and you go your own way. You walk a unique path. You are a self-starter. You could own your own business or freelance, and you can be a boss. Well, for me, I have this now as my business, talking to all of you. So yes, look at Kitty. I love kitties. Isn't this pretty? Oh, just feel that energy. Own your independence. Go your own way. And really own your sovereignty. Be the individual that doesn't cow down to the establishment or to what other people want to embrace or impart on you or try to trap you or any of those things. Be your own person. I love this. Taurus, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. I send you beautiful blessings, and please do some self-care because it looks as though we may need that with this 9 of Wands there that is feeling kind of beat up. And until next time, love, light, and blessings. Cheers.